Okay, so I have my personal thoughts of what just happened. I'm looking at the free agency stuff on NFL.com, and I was on there, and it reportedly that the Vikings have picked up Matt Cassell. If you don't know who Matt Cassell is, he's a quarterback for the Chiefs, and he's the one that I think got injured mid-season. And there's just a big wrath of who they're going to have for quarterback. So this end of the season, I think, they trade for Alex Smith. They got Alex Smith. They put Matt Castle on the trading block, and they really didn't get any offers. So I don't know how much longer later they released Matt Cassell, and reportedly today on March 14th, the Vikings pick him up. And my initial thoughts was like, yes, we have someone besides Christian Ponder in the backfield. But no, we don't. So he was released. Yeah, he's released today. Was just on the Kansas City trading block. And just, there's a lot of, my initial thoughts were like, yes, maybe a new starter. No, we're reportedly starting Christian Ponder as our quarterback, having Matt Cassell as a backup over Joe Webb. And I think Joe Webb needs to play a different position. It'd be a nice move to put him at wide receiver where he initially came in, but then we moved him quarterback, And just my other thoughts on this other free agency, like Percy Harvin for the Vikings getting traded. But I thought I wanted to get a player out of it. But that's okay, because it doesn't matter. We got a first-round pick, some here. A 2013 first-round pick, in addition to a 13 seventh-rounder, which makes no sense, and we should have got a higher one than that. Like, you're not going to get anyone in the 13th round, just luck. You just might get luck, not injury luck, but you might have luck and get a good player. And then a mid-round pick in 2014, so that's next year. What I gotta say about Percy Harvin is he's never played a full season, so I don't know why. Everybody was in shock. Why did we trade him? No, he's never played a full season, of all his years he's been here. He's fast, can get those kick returns, and I don't know, but he's okay. And I would like, if we get Greg Jennings, it'd be great. Get Greg Jennings. Let's talk about wide receivers, because this is what I'm really into right now, since the Vikings have really no good wide receivers. Maybe two, Jarius Wright and Greg Childs, who are going to be second-year rounds, and Greg Childs hasn't had one game experience. In training camp of 2012, this preseason, he tore, I think it's some ligament in his leg, and he couldn't play at all this season, so he was on IR. So he's coming back this year. Yeah. So let's just look. I'm looking at his profile right now. But anyways, he is, 22 years old. He's a 6'3", so he's nice. He's tall. So he's got that good part of him. Like, this will be his second season. He came out of Arkansas, and he has zero of everything because he hasn't played one game at all. And torn knee tendons, yeah, that's what happened. And Wes Welker, here's another guy. Goes from the Patriots, free agency, strikes a deal right with the Broncos, the second day. I really think he wanted to go there, and he did. So I like where he is, having Brandon Stokely maybe leave the end of next year. You have Wes Welker there, but I really wish they would have got Wes Welker for more than 2 years. But that's saying Peyton Manning's old. You don't know what kind of quarterback you're going to have, and so we don't know if it's a good quarterback that's made Wes Welker, if it's a Wes Welker being a good wide receiver. You could play with anybody. I mean, it's kind of like for Randy Moss. Well, was he a good wide receiver in Vikings? I mean, he is. He was a good wide receiver. The Vikings agreed, actually. Goes to Oakland Raiders. There's no good quarterback there, you know. Nobody that can throw decent. So he had an off season, but you know what? The Patriots did good, and I don't know. I wanted him to go to Super Bowl, and then I didn't because the Ravens. I wanted Ray Lewis to get a Super Bowl ring, but now we're kind of getting off track. So let's take a look at Danny Amendola. This is one of the craziest things I've seen. He goes to probably an average wide receiver, not a great one. It's just somebody that can catch the ball. I don't know if he's a yards after catch guy or a deep catcher, but role player. The Patriots didn't value Wes Welker. They thought he was a role player and could be replaced, and I don't think that is. Well, and Amendola can play that slot, and that's a good fit, I guess. So that works out. So, but it's a 5-year. Let's see. 5-year, $31 million contract. $31 million contract. Yeah, $10 million guaranteed, and came just 2 hours after Wes Welker and the Broncos to a 2-year, $12 million contract. Wow. So Amendola and Wes Welker are short area quickness from the slot. They're yards after catch players, so they get more yards after the catch than they do like a deep threat. You know, you throw it up to Randy Moss. Anyways, let's go back to this Matt Cassell and all that. So they project Christian Ponder. So Christian Ponder's still the starter. We signed Matt Cassell. You know, we could have won that game back in NFC, but I don't know why we reserved Christian Ponder. It's dumb. That wasn't even a game. Yeah, so anyways, Tampa Bay wanted him to, I'm reading here. And one of the things they're saying is, well, he probably came to the Vikings because he has a better chance beating Christian Ponder than he does Josh Freeman. Well, somebody just said, comments, we should have gone after Bo. Well, Dwayne Bowe, even before he was gone right away, 5-year million, you know, Vikings couldn't have done better than that. Because we don't have that much of a cap. The draft is a whole nother story, but Jake Long, before we talk about Jake Long, let's talk about Steven Jackson. He signs a contract with the Atlanta Falcons. And I don't know if that's good, you know, or bad. I liked Michael Turner, but now I see how kind of overrated he was. He wasn't that great. Yeah, and it was just, I don't know, I like Steven Jackson in there, but will he be able, it's a different league down there. It's, you know, he versed hard defensive. I'm going to give Steven Jackson lots of props. I think this season he's going to have a good, better season than he ever has these past few years, because he doesn't have to verse the Niners. You know, at least he might have to verse him once, but not twice. He doesn't have to verse, you know, doesn't have to verse Seattle. Cardinals. Cardinals were easy, but it's that team, the 49ers, that are going to give you trouble. They stuff you right up the middle. And it's kind of hard to see what's going to happen this year. My head is just all over the place trying to see what's going on right now. It's crazy what's going on in this. And Paul Kruger goes to the Cleveland Browns. That was something crazy that we saw. Paul Kruger go to the rival Browns. I mean, that's something I didn't expect to happen. Jaguars, you haven't heard much of them. I don't think they're going to sign anybody, but I do think that there's going to be teams that need to make lots of moves, and that's going to be the Cardinals. It's going to be Panthers, Vikings. I'm not sure about the Packers. Lions have made some moves. They made Reggie Bush, but I think they need to make more. It's right here, Bears. If they get a good, I think what's going to happen is they're going to try for offensive tackle Jake Long, but I think he might go to the Rams because he's been talking to them all week. Redskins, I don't know. They don't. RG3 is injured. Do you make a surprise thing where you get a quarterback and everybody sets up a bridge? Cowboys need to make a lot of moves this time. Chargers, Raiders, Chiefs have made their move. They should be settled.